Okay, first round match. We got Kevin in the black and Harley in the blue. Good even blue belt matchup here. Let's see how this one goes down. Both guys take good stance. See some hand fighting here early. Both guys looking for their first grip. Harley grips up, pulls guard, and hits a nice tripod sweep. And let's look at it again. So as soon as he grabbed the collar, he didn't waste time. He put the foot to the hip, sat to the floor, immediately grabbed the ankle, and hit the sweep. And Kevin did a really good job of getting back up. A lot of people haven't done that in this tournament. They just accept the sweep. But he got back up so Harley wouldn't get the points there, and now he pulled guard. But Kevin knew what was coming the second time, and he was able to avoid it. Harley still searching for that same sweep. But you see Kevin step back. And now Kevin looks like he's trying to enter for that over-under pass. Trying to control both hips. Harley's looking to sit up. That's a good response. See how he's got his foot hooked under Kevin's leg. That's going to make it a little tougher for Kevin to get into the pass. Kevin is trying to pin Harley's back to the floor. Trying to pressure forward. Harley looks like he has a little bit of a bite on the guillotine. But the head pops out. Collar ties again. Now, Harley's in a half guard. Kevin's trying to tripod up, driving that shoulder into the stomach, trying to hit that over-under pass again. See him step his right leg over. Step it over again. He's got to run his legs to the head a little bit more. He's still in good control of the hips, but Harley's framing on the hip, trying to deny him that pass to the side. Nice regard, squares back up. He's working both active butterfly hooks, doing a good job of keeping the weight off him. And now he transitions to close guard. And now, like I always say, close guard's good. You can kind of catch your breath while still throwing attacks at the guy. And you see Harley trying to break the posture, trying to go for the collar choke. Always keep him busy. You always want to make the guy try to force him to break grips. Try to deal with these attacks. See how he's got the cross collar. Now Kevin looks like he's trying to push the hips down and try to put a knee in the middle there. That's a good idea to try to break the guard. That's the main objective when you're stuck inside the closed guard. Try to break the closed guard. And especially if you don't like to stand up, it can be tricky. One good option is to grab the belt with both hands and just try to push up like you're trying to pin their chest. That can be quite effective. Because you really just want to try to make space when you're stuck in closed guard. Because like him pulling you down and all this is your enemy. Him throwing cross strokes on, this is not going to help. This is not going to help break closed guard at all. You want to try to make space and break his feet apart, right? And Kevin is doing a good job of fending off all these attacks. He's never letting Harley get too deep on a cross choke. He's not letting his arm get drug across his body for a 2-on-1, or he's not letting his back get exposed. And it's still 0-0 at this point in the match. There's no score on the board yet. Because there was a guard pull at the start. And then it's just been Kevin on top trying to pass. So Harley's still working to submit. Maybe looking to climb the legs up for a high guard. Kevin postures. Still trying to find a way to break that guard open. But Harley's doing well with it. Goes back to the cross collar, foot on the hip. I feel like Harley may have an attempt at trying to climb the legs high when Kevin's posture is broken to go for an arm lock attack. But he seems more focused on just kind of breaking the posture. And attempting that cross choke. But he really should look to set that first hand deeper on the cross choke. That's the one you want, basically as deep as you can get. He's having a hard time getting that second grip. Because when you know the cross choke is coming, it's easy to defend. Now Kevin postures. Harley sits up, hits a nice hip bump sweep. And now that's going to get him points for the sweep. And so let's look at that one again. So he has the arm trapped. He drives off his foot and sends him over. And now what he did really smart here was just He was very patient on top. He didn't rush to his next attack. See how he's just holding position? Hands on the floor. He's trying to bring his knees high. Kevin's trying to search for that foot. And he's able to secure the half guard. But Harley would at least have 2 points for the sweep. I'm not quite sure if he had the mount long enough to secure those points. Nonetheless, he would be up likely 2-0. So if Kevin would be able to reverse position from here, he could potentially tie the score. But what Harley's doing really well here to shut down any of Kevin's potential attacks is he's really deep on a crossface with his left arm. See, Kevin's trying to lift. Looks like he's got a lockdown there. Harley's trying to fight and lift that foot. Try to untangle his leg. You see him trying to lift that heel to his butt. Kevin's still trying to search for that lockdown. He tries a bridge. Now Harley's trying to push the knee. Kevin's got to try to get his knees facing towards the camera. Right now, Harley's trying to make him force him the other way. Now it looks like he's trying to go knee cut. Kevin pushes off the hip. Gets back to this basically like quarter guard position. He kind of just has the foot trapped. He's got to try to get onto his right hip with his left arm underhooked. Now he could potentially come out for like a deep half guard here if Kevin's able to hug the leg and get his hips to face the ceiling, but Harley's able to swim that butterfly hook on top. So that was time. Harley wins 2-0, and that was a great example of, like I say, a lot of times whoever scores first usually wins. And I find a lot of the time once you get points on the board, you're able to just relax a lot more. It seems like Harley was able to kind of get into a groove and shut down any of Kevin's potential attacks. But a great match nonetheless. Great job, guys.